Hello, my lovely viewers. Let's take a quick look at this question. This question will ask, which compound will produce a carboxylic acid on strong oxidation? A what? A carboxylic acid. Now we are going to look at carboxylic acid. What's the formula of carboxylic acid or the functional group? Carboxylic acid is what? COOH. This is what? A carboxylic what? Functional group. You understand? So we are going to look at the one that will oxidize to produce this carboxylic functional group or carboxylic acid. Now, what do you understand by the word oxidation? Oxidation simply means addition of oxygen and removal of hydrogen. Addition of oxygen and removal of what? Hydrogen. Now we are going to identify all these groups. Which one can you remove hydrogen and add oxygen to make this what? To make this functional group. Which one can you remove hydrogen and add oxygen to make what? This functional group. Let's go to the first one. Now, before going to the first one, the answer is what? Primary alkanol. But let me start from this one and explain. In alkane here, which is, we take example like methane. All right, CH methane. You cannot, when you add oxygen to this chain, all right, if you add oxygen here, what you will get is what? Carbon dioxide plus what? Plus water. Do you understand? So this one will rather undergo combustion, that is burning, than what? Than oxidation. We say oxidation is what? Addition of what? Oxygen. Are you following? Removal of what? Hydrogen. So if you add oxygen here, for instance, what you get is what? Carbon dioxide and what? And water. So this one is what? Wrong. Come to ketone. Let's look at the formula of ketone. Ketone can be, let's just say, propan. We have CH and what? CH3. This is a typical example of what? Of ketone. Do you get that? Now, here you cannot add, of course, there is no hydrogen here. This one now, no hydrogen to this chain now. So there is no way we can add hydrogen to this chain, or remove hydrogen from this chain, or add oxygen, because this one is already complete. You get that? It cannot undergo further oxidation. Ketone. Do you understand? Ketone cannot undergo, because what? We cannot remove. There is no single hydrogen that we can remove from here. And we cannot add another oxygen here. There's nothing like adding oxygen here. No, it doesn't happen like that. There's no chemical reaction like that. Do you understand? So ketone is what? Is out. Now let's look at secondary alkanol before I will now explain the answer. Secondary alkanol. What do you understand by secondary alkanol? Secondary alkanol is written as, for example, we have the OH group is 2-methyl group. Look at the carbon atom at holding this OH group is attached to 2 alkyl group, one at the alkyl group. This is what we call a secondary alkanol. And this secondary alkanol, look at the hydrogen here. This hydrogen can be removed and add what? Oxygen. Do you understand? You can remove this hydrogen and add what? Oxygen. That is what we mean by oxidation, removal of hydrogen and addition of what? Of oxygen. So if you add oxygen here, if you add oxygen to this chain and remove this hydrogen, what will happen? It will produce what we call you see something like this. You see something like this. It will produce what we call ketone. Ketone will be formed. CH3 plus what? Water is formed. H2O. Do you understand? Look at this one. And this ketone cannot further undergo what? Undergo oxidation, because of what? No hydrogen for you to replace. No oxygen here, you cannot add another oxygen here. Do you understand? So this one will give what? Propan. Do you get that? Propan, or what you call it, ketone. So this one cannot further undergo oxidation. It can only undergo oxidation once to produce what? To produce secondary alkanol can undergo oxidation once to produce what? To produce ketone. You get that? These are propan. Are you following? Come to primary alkanol. Primary alkanol, it means that we have this is a carbon atom holding what? The hydroxyl group. It's attached to what? one alkyl group, which can be what? Which can be metal, which can be what? Metal, which can be what? Propyl, which can be what? Ethyl, and so on. Do you understand? Now, this hydrogen group can be removed and replace what? Oxygen. Remember, oxidation is what? Addition of oxygen, removal of what? Hydrogen. So if you add oxygen to this chain now, if you add, you will see something like what? CH3C. This is what you are going to see. Okay, and this one is what? Is coming from aldehyde. This is what? Do you understand? And this ethanol can also further undergo oxidation by what? A strong oxidizing agent such as potassium permanganate. Do you understand? To form what we call the carboxylic group, which we are looking at. So if you look at this one now, CH3C CHO, you can also undergo what? Another oxidation. That is addition of what? Oxygen to produce what? To produce CH3COOH. Have you seen? You add oxygen to this now, oxygen atom around. Do you get that? So now this one can undergo further oxidation. That is why you say to produce what? Or strong oxidizing agent. The oxidizing agent that you are going to use is what? Potassium permanganate. It will give you what? It will give you alkanoic. This is the one we are looking at. So primary alkanol will undergo oxidation to produce what? To produce alkanoic acid. For more of this video, do it to like, share, and comment. Thank you.